What were the Viet Cong's asymmetric warfare tactics? Imagine fighting a war where your enemy knows every inch of the land, can hide in the jungle, and strikes when you least expect it. That was the reality for the United States and South Vietnam during the Vietnam War. The Viet Cong used clever tactics to level the playing field against a much stronger military force. They relied on guerrilla warfare, which meant small, fast units would surprise attack, then quickly vanish before the enemy could respond. These fighters often disguised themselves as villagers, making it hard for U.S. soldiers to tell who was friend or foe. This tactic kept the enemy guessing and made traditional battles nearly impossible. A key part of their strategy was an extensive underground tunnel system. These tunnels stretched for hundreds of miles and served many purposes. They were safe routes for moving around without being seen, hiding spots for fighters, and places to store weapons and supplies. The tunnels also had medical stations and command centers. They were often booby-trapped with devices like tiger traps, tripwires connected to spikes, and spider holes, which were camouflaged pits designed to injure or trap soldiers. These tunnels made it very difficult for the enemy to root out the Viet Cong. Sabotage and psychological tactics also played a big role. The Viet Cong targeted supply lines, communication routes, and infrastructure to disrupt the enemy's operations. They aimed to weaken morale and make the enemy feel vulnerable. Their actions weren't just military, they also worked to win the support of the rural population by establishing control over villages. This helped them gather intelligence, recruit fighters, and keep their supply lines open. The dense forests, jungles, and mountains of Vietnam gave the Viet Cong a natural advantage. They used the terrain to hide and launch ambushes, then slip away before the enemy could respond. Their tactics kept U.S. and South Vietnamese forces on constant alert, forcing them to develop new ways to fight back. Counterinsurgency programs combined military actions with efforts to protect villages and gather intelligence. All these tactics made the Viet Cong a tough opponent, even against superior firepower. Their ability to blend into the environment, strike unexpectedly, and use the land to their advantage kept them elusive throughout the war. Their approach to asymmetric warfare showed how a smaller, less equipped force can challenge a larger, conventional army by thinking differently and using the terrain and local support to their benefit.